Hi everyone, let's take a look at the following example. Find the limit of the absolute value of x minus 5 divided by x minus 5 as x is approaching to 5 from the negative side. So before we start, you have to recognize this is a one-sided limit example, which basically means if you're approaching to 5 from the negative side, you're picking a number a little bit to the left of 5. Now, you have to be mindful. Again, I recognize everyone will look at this slightly different, right? So, if you think about a number less than 5, some will say 4.9. Another person may say, no, it has to be 4.99. And of course, a third person could add another 9 and so on. So the idea goes as follows. Again, there are many ways of solving this. And to avoid the paradox of choice, I'm just going to present one method. You can plug in a number, which I'll put in quotation marks, but you have to plug in, for example, in this case, 4.99. Now, what does that really mean? If you plug in x to be 4.99, which is basically a number slightly to the left of 5, this equals to the following. If you think about the numerator, that's 4.99 minus 5, which is negative 0.01. If you look at the denominator, 4.99 minus 5 is going to be negative 0.01. And of course, the absolute value of a negative number becomes a positive number. So I'm going to draw an arrow here. Let's kind of continue right there. So this equals to positive 0.01 divided by negative 0.01. I'll put this in quotation marks, which basically equals to negative 1. Now, in case you're thinking, I don't get it. How do I know for sure this makes sense? Well, I would say to everybody, spend 1 extra minute, double check your work. And the mindset I've been advocating, if you've been watching some of the other videos, is a dual mindset. Can you solve this graphically, algebraically, and confirm you get the exact same outcome? That's what I consider as a dual mindset. So again, in this case, we solved it algebraically. Now we're going to confirm this graphically. And if I switch colors, here's the actual graph. When I think about y equal to the absolute value of x minus 5 divided by x minus 5 again, you can totally look at case number 1, case number 2, what happens when x is greater than 5, what happens when x is less or equal to 5. You would discover the graph looks, roughly speaking, something like this. Now, again, you got to be mindful. What are we confirming? When you look at the graph and x is approaching to 5 from the negative side, and again, I'll switch to this final color. From the left-hand side, the corresponding y value is going to be exactly negative 1. And that's how you can confirm you did it right. I hope this makes sense.